Good morning to you all. As Thierry said, I mean, I'm Luc Boursier. I'm at the head of Isneo. And for those who don't know us, Isneo is the #1 pure player digital comic book platform in Europe, meaning that we are aggregating a lot of content in different formats like comic books, French bande dessinée, mangas, graphic novels, Webtoons also. And this content is coming from 250 publishers from everywhere in the world. And this content is available in French, in English, in German, in Dutch, and soon in other languages. Also, we have a distribution activity, meaning we also sell some content from some publishers, digital comic books, of course, to other platforms. And actually, we initiated this program because even if Isneo is the #1 platform in Europe, it doesn't mean that we are a big company at all. We are a small company. Why is that? It's because the market of digital comics in Europe is lagging behind if we compare it to other countries and other places in the world. And why is that? It's because there are, in our opinion, two main factors. The #1 factor is the generation factor, meaning that today we all know that millennials look for entertainment first on their smartphones. Of course, that's for them, there is no doubt that entertainment comes streaming. At the same time, surveys say that the younger generations read less comic books than previous generation at the same age. So how is the comic book publishing industry going to recruit new readers? That's at the very root of the initiative we took. When you are 16 and when you're not an active reader, the chances that someday you push the door of a bookshop to ask for something to read are very low. Instead, the chances are that you will browse your application on your smartphone to look for sources of entertainment. So this is why it's so important to make digital comic book become part of the digital entertainment arena, along with music, video games, and video, of course. And no, there is no cannibalism between print and digital. And the reason for that is very simple, actually. And this is because they are not addressing the same audiences. And we believe that the digital is perfect to address non-readers and recruit new readers. That's why we believe that the target for digital is to convert digital entertainment users rather than trying to convert comic book readers. So some publishers may say sometimes that, okay, I don't really believe in that, or I will see later what's going on, etc. But actually, I must question that because, of course, this is fine, but they must be aware that in the world, other people do strongly believe in that, and these people are already on their way to make it happen in our own marketplace. So the second factor is geography. Actually, when you look at this map, you can see that digital plays a growing part, of course, in the leading marketplace for comic books in the world, starting, of course, with Japan and South Korea, where actually the revenues for comic book publishers come for more than 50% from digital, actually. So 50% of the business is done digital. So that's very strong. Of course, in the USA, it's more like 10% or a little bit less. And in Europe, it's probably between 0.5 and 3%. So we are really behind it. And this is without Webtoon, the Korean disruptive format. This is what, well, this is an the recent phenomenon that happened really in the past 5 years, and which is really changing the whole marketplace. Of course, these lines are taken from a survey made by a leading Korean financial analyst, and it shows it's really interesting to see that they compare themselves to other entertainments like Netflix, for instance, in terms of ARPU, in terms of revenue per paying user. And when you look at the size of this market, it's huge. I mean, the user base is absolutely huge. And even if it only generates, I think, something like $300 million a year in the past year. Well, I think back in 19, yes. It's only because they are only starting to monetize their audience. So and I also believe that the strong point about Webtoons is that they converted into readers countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, where there was no comic book culture at all before. So they are really able. This format has been able to really convert new users, which, in my opinion, is at the core of this project. So yeah, the Eudicom project itself. Yeah, the idea is that we decided to put the focus on distribution, because actually we believe that distribution is really key in the process of going digital, because platforms are the gateway to users. If you don't have any platforms or suitable platforms, you won't get proper access to the users. So really, that's why we put the focus on that. So in this project, we will try to better understand our own marketplace in Europe. That's what we are going to talk about now. But also to help, of course, Euro comic book publishers to go digital, and also identify levers to grow digital reading of comic books across Europe. Then support development of digital comic book initiatives, circulate local content, Euro content within Europe and beyond it, of course, and encourage the emergence of competitive Euro platforms to fight against the GAFAMs and Asian platforms. Because we again believe that when you have when you don't have your own platforms, it's difficult to distribute your content. So today we believe it's very important that European platforms emerge. And yes, basically, again, the two challenges we set to ourselves are to help Euro comic book publishers go digital, and then make Europe a much stronger place for digital comics.